10 minutes, that's all I'm asking for. If you don't like her after 10 minutes, you can go home.
But it's 10 minutes of my life I'll never get back. I guarantee there's something you ain't telling me, Pete. What does she look like?
She's not ugly, plus she has a nice face.
Translation, she's ugly and fat.
You're not listening to me, Billy. She has a nice face. She's got a bit of a speech impediment, that's all.
So she's ugly and fat and retarded. Forget it.
Come on, man. Just this one little favor from me. Her roommate's hotter than hell. Dispatch, this is for Victor 7. Carla, you awake?
Copy that for Victor 7. Counting the hours till I see you boys again. You're out by the speed trap?
Negative. We got a situation out here. Looks like some idiot set himself on fire.
You want I should put you through to the fire department?
Carla, this is serious. We are in pursuit of a solo male on a motorcycle headed south into the city on Highway 15. Pete, you catch the make?
Harley. My cousin Charlie has the same bike.
Okay, we are in pursuit of a Harley-Davidson Fat Boy, circa 2002. Approximate speed is 200 miles per hour.
Hey, Billy, maybe we should say we're in hot pursuit.
For Victor 7, did you say this guy is on fire?
Exactly, he's in flames.
Okay. Copy that. I can call Smokey the Bear if you need backup.
Come on, Carla, he's getting away.
No dice. Not after what you two clowns pulled on me last April Fool's Day.
It's July, for crying out loud.
What the hell? Where did he go?
I don't know, maybe into the desert.
Up there, solo male rider. Pull up alongside.
Does that look like a Harley to you? That can't be the same guy.
It was fun for about 5 minutes. Life, I mean. The first 5 minutes were fun. After that, it got to be a lot of meaningless, empty days wrapped around a bunch of tragedies. Such a tragedy was my dad, Barton Blaze. Died when I was 6, attempting a death-defying leap across 20 Greyhound buses when everyone said it couldn't be done. Trying to forget my mom, who left him 3 years before. Although strictly speaking, it's not death-defying if you secretly want to die. People always said it was just a matter of time before my dad went down in a blaze of glory. Dad's partner in the business was a guy named Crash Simpson. A good man, solid meat and potatoes kind of guy. Best stunt rider south of Maine. He and his wife Marie took me in the week after the funeral, like I was their family. Like anyone from social services even cared. Expectations were low. I lived up to them. Learned to ride, just like my dad. Better even. Almost went the same way 100 times. Almost gave it up 99 times. Had lots of reasons to leave. Found one good reason to stay.
Damn it, where have you been, Johnny? Rocky was asking after you all night. I told her you were making final safety checks at the jump site. You look like hell, by the way.
Should have seen me 2 hours ago.
Dude, you can't just keep doing this to us. You never sleep, you're never here. And when you finally drag your raggedy tail and at God knows what time in the morning, you're always half lit. Not to mention the fact you keep taking the MX-400 out and busting it.
Funny you should mention that, Davie. Front left fork's bent back, and you might want to ask somebody from Cannondale about reprogramming the fuel injectors.
This is serious business, dude. You see Holloway or Carbonaro drinking and fighting and raising Cain?
They are hacks. They can't do what I can do.
No one else can do what you can do. Your blood alcohol content makes you unique.
You're like the little Jewish grandmother I never had. You know that?
Johnny, you're making the crew nervous. Every moment of every day, we're responsible for your safety, and you're making that job harder than it should be. We can't just show up at Caesars and throw you up in the air hoping you'll land. Now what's this big secret you're planning for the end of the stunt? And don't lie to me. Rocky told me you had one.
You'll find out tomorrow, just like everyone else. So this is me, Johnny Blaze, waiting out the meaningless, empty days until the next tragedy. An accident waiting to happen. Just like my dad, he was a tragedy. Or my mom. Or Crash's wife, Marie. Another tragedy, killed in a fire at the show tent. I didn't ride for a few years after that. But the show went on like it was supposed to. I think that's what kept me and Crash both from going over the edge. Cheating death on a nightly basis. 3 times on the weekends. We were untouchable. Until the day he started coughing. You okay, boss?
It's nothing. I just got a cold, Johnny.
Crash, a cold is something that makes you feel sick. We open at Madison Square Garden in 2 weeks, and I don't feel like explaining why you killed us both because you had a cold. Now either you tell me what's really wrong, or I'll tell your daughter and it really hits the fan. Colon cancer. Inoperable. 6 months to live, plus or minus a year. Doctors told him to get his affairs in order, but he was too proud and too stubborn to go that quietly. Made me promise not to tell Rocky. Old Crash was never fond of goodbyes. We were 2 weeks away from the biggest show of our lives, and my adoptive father, mentor and best friend in all the world, was gonna die.
Hi, babe. David Wilson told me you were in here, moping.
Dave's just a little bent out of shape right now.
Like the stunt bike?
No big deal. I bent the front fork.
Why do you do this to yourself, Johnny? You're so dark. I mean, I understand that you have a morbid side, but it gets to a point, you know? It gets, I don't know.
Tragic?
Exactly, tragic.
Hey, you were the one who got him all riled up, Rocky. I should have never have told you I was planning a mystery ending.
You didn't tell me. I still don't know what it is.
Exactly. You'd spoil the surprise. By the way, tell Harry I want this new music from now on.
You're not serious. You're changing your theme tune?
Blaze of Glory got old. So did John Bon Jovi.
Now I know you're not serious since he happens to be the most beautiful human being alive. What song is it?
A surprise.
I hate surprises. You can't keep doing this to us, Johnny. I worry myself sick about you every day. I can't remember the last time I saw you laugh. We're a stunt show. Our whole business is about being prepared.
Sorry, Rocky. I guess that's why I was never a Boy Scout. The show got better. Crash's health got worse. And so we did what any good family would do. We went along pretending everything was okay. Meanwhile, the old man got ready to die, but he would never let Rocky see it. I was the only person he ever told, because I guess he figured what was one more tragedy for a guy like me. Besides, you know what they say about misery.
It loves company.
Huh?
Misery. It loves company. And voila, here I am, answering your call.
I don't know you, dude.
Yes, you do, Johnny Blaze. I'm always in your dark heart. Now, we're both gentlemen here. Please don't waste my time because you called me, after all. I've come to discuss terms. I'll do a few magic tricks for you, if I really must. But I always think that's somewhat crass. The Nazarene like to do them. And look where it got him. It's not water in the wine, but it has a better kick. We already know what's going to happen here, Johnny. It has already been decided in your heart.
Oh yeah? What's been decided exactly?
What you're going to do next. He lets me talk to the hopeless ones, the ones he abandons. Never seemed fair to me, but there you have it. It's like God gives you mortals choices and then takes them away. And there I am to give you a few better ones.
What do you want?
Just a fair price for a miracle.
You're serious, aren't you?
And you're suddenly sober. Because I want you to be. I don't want to get tied up in legalese if someone finds out you were under the influence when the deal was done. It may interest you to know we don't work in pentagrams or goat blood anymore. Being a showman, you'll appreciate that stuff is all for effect. I hear Crash Simpson's gonna die of colon cancer. It's gonna take 9 months longer than expected, and it's gonna hurt like the devil. But the cancer doesn't have to kill him, Johnny. You have it within your power to make a different choice for him. I can take that hurt away. I can avert that tragedy for you and Rocky. All I ask for is your trust.
And my soul?
I don't want your soul. I want your loyalty. It's much more effective currency in times like these. We'll call it a marker that I can cash in at any time of my choosing. You made a living at cheating death, Johnny. Don't you want to continue the trend?
Where do I sign?
You just did.
The devil kept his promise. Crash didn't die.
Yo, Johnny, gotta go, dude. You gotta see the crowd out here to believe it.
At least not of cancer.
What is it, babe?
It needs to be the right life.
It needs to be the right everything. I'm not letting you do this unless we're all 100% sure.
I'm sure. I rechecked this jump 85 times. Did you tell Harry and those guys to play that CD I gave you?
Sure, you're the boss. At least for that part.
Gee, thanks.
This only goes green light if I'm satisfied too, Johnny. We agreed to that the first day you started jumping. Right now, you've got wind shear across the entire track from left to right, and you couldn't have picked worse lighting. The sun's about to go down. Not to mention the little dueling voices in your head that concern me the most.
The light's exactly where I need it. Just fire up the skull. I'm ready.
Harry, this is Rocky. You copy pyrotechnics on 3 and cue music.
Copy that. Cue music. And 3, 2, 1.
Announcing the man of the hour, the priest of precipice, the archbishop of anti-gravity, Johnny Blaze!
What the hell? Is this Willie Nelson? Did they put the wrong CD in?
No, this is it.
Are you crazy?
Damn right.
We gotta hit the window, Johnny. They lit up the track. It has to go down before the pyrotechnics burn out. 40 seconds. Harry says it's now or never.
Not yet. You lied to me. You killed him.
You let yourself be lied to, Johnny Blaze. You just about begged for it. God made you a bunch of morons. He gave you the free will to do stupid things. Don't blame me for that. I fulfilled my end of the bargain. Your mentor died only because, for some reason, he thought it'd be a good idea to jump across a moving semi while he was suffering from a cold. I gave you no time frame for calling in my marker, and I'm calling it in at sunset. 10 minutes, Johnny, at which point I expect you to repay your debt and ride for me.
You killed him.
Oh, no. You're not pinning this on me. He was always destined to die performing that stunt. Cancer or no cancer. You owe me the nighttime.
Not me, pal. I don't pay debts unless I get something in return.
Read the fine print, you stubborn little fool. It's either your loyalty or your soul.
You said you didn't want my soul.
Well, of course I want it. You're Johnny Blaze. You're exceptional. Daddy died, Mommy left, then once around the block again for good measure with Crash and Marie. All of this has led me to you. Be careful, Johnny. You ride away now, you're mine for good. You pull away, and I grasp you even tighter. Don't make a bad deal worse. Take a look, Johnny. This is what you were always destined to become. The day Daddy died, or any of the others. You were always going to be mine, and I'll be yours in return. Such is the nature of the deal.
I'll fight you.
It'll hurt. It'll burn your soul to a crisp.
Good.
What do you mean, 20 seconds? Who told you to initiate the pyrotechnics? I told you we wait for my mark on 3. Babe, listen to me. It's now or never. We've got 70,000 people out there.
As writers with God's mind, everyone calls me. Want to save your soul from hell and ride another ray? Of what change ways today? Let's be right. Across these endless skies.
Did you see that?
Did I see that? Are you kidding me?
What the hell?
Rocky, did you just see that? That was awesome. Now where the hell is he going?
And the answer is, I don't know. Where I'm going or why, that's up to the devil to decide. The days will be meaningless and empty, merely the gaps in between. At night, I will ride, like a bat out of hell, into darkness, knowing what I've known all along, that it's God who creates all of our tragedies. But it's the devil who makes us care.
Unit 20, be advised. Cruisers are moving to intercept at mile marker 212. Over.
But we're already past that!
Unit 20, this is Captain Marks. You stay on those bastards, you hear? They left 19 dead bodies back here, and I'll be damned if...
Holy...
This isn't your fight.
Here's Johnny.
It's mine.
Not here. I want to show you something first.
Show me whatever you want, Lucifer. It's not gonna change anything. I'm still sending you back to hell, you bastard.
The day Johnny Blaze came home.
The Quentin Carnival. This is where it all started. This is where Barton Blaze, my father, died. And I watched it happen. I watched him burn. This is where my vengeance was born. That night, I couldn't sleep. Every time I closed my eyes, I saw the flames.
Lord, is that you?
Why did this happen to me?
Oh, Johnny,
Why did this happen to us?
it's just you.
The next morning, it was just me. Mom was gone and she'd taken my little brother and sister with her. I didn't know who to blame for Dad dying, but it was pretty clear to me that I was responsible for Mom leaving. And every night, the flames in my dreams burned a little hotter. The Simpsons, another family that traveled with the carnival, took me in. Crash, the dad, offered to raise me as his own.
Oh, please, stay with us, Johnny. Please.
I should have said no. I should have run away.
Whatever you say, Roxanne.
But I didn't, because of her. Roxanne was everything I wasn't. I was so full of hate, but it was like she was beyond that, above it. She smiled for me when I couldn't. She laughed for me when I could only scream. She showed me that love could heal a broken heart. She was my angel. I repaid her kindness by causing her mother's death. But what I did to her father, well, that was even worse. I sent him to hell.
I'm so sorry, Roxanne.
Unbelievable. She should be the one apologizing to you, Johnny. I mean, if she wasn't dead.
Where are you, you son of a...
This was our home. This was where I had everything I'd ever wanted. I'd used my savings to buy the old Quentin Carnival and get it back to what it once was. I had a family. I had peace. I'd left vengeance behind, and with it, the Ghost Rider. But I don't think Roxanne ever really felt at ease. It was like she was always just waiting for the other shoe to drop. After all we'd been through, I could hardly blame her for that. Guess I should have been more concerned, too. But what can I say? I was naive. Always was.
Johnny, what are you doing here?
What are you doing here? I'd been raised all my life by carnival folk. People who had been all over the world and seen almost everything there is to see. Old things. Magical things. Growing up powerless, having everything I loved taken away from me. The occult offered everything I thought I needed. It offered power. It offered me what love couldn't. And it's what I turned to when I needed help. Crash Simpson, my adopted father, was dying of cancer. To save him from that fate, I offered up my soul to hell using a spell from an old book of magic. Well, hell accepted. Though he never knew it, Crash Simpson's cancer was miraculously cured. Just in time for him to burn to death. That night, the devil came for me. I didn't care. For what I'd done, I deserved to go to hell. But Roxanne wouldn't let me go.
By the power of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ of Nazareth, I command you away from Johnny Blaze, Satan! Begone, foul creature of hell! In Jesus' name I pray!
I depart, cursed woman, but I shall return to claim what is owed me.
I still don't know what she did, or how she did it, but somehow, she stopped him from taking my soul. But the devil wasn't through with me yet. Since he couldn't take me to hell, he brought hell to me. I became the Ghost Rider. And what makes it worse, what makes the flames burn even hotter, is that I let him do it to me. Out of fear. Because I had already lost one father, and I was terrified of losing another.
Father issues, huh? Abandonment? All that stuff? Believe me, I know all about it. You know, Johnny, you and I aren't all that different, really. I mean, other than the fact that I'm, you know, the devil, and you're...
I'm nothing like you.
Are you gonna let me talk, or what? I keep trying to tell you stuff, and you always
interrupt me. It's frustrating.
Look, I know I'm the Prince of Lies and all, but in this case, well, the fact of the matter is, you are so screwed that the truth of it is better than any lie even I could come up with. And the best part is that it's right here in front of your face, and you can't see it.
I see only vengeance.
And that, Johnny boy, is exactly the problem.
Your problem now.
See you in hell, Lucifer. When I do, I'll be the one laughing.
Say it was napalm, but it don't have that smell.
It's as good a guess as any. And where's our contact with the state troopers? They've been here yet? I want to get some statements.
Hey, damn it, I told you not to touch anything. You want to compromise this whole...
Give me a break, Cliff. I'm pretty sure this ain't evidence.
Oh, really? Pretty sure. Now, is that your informed opinion as a trained fire marshal? Or as a donut-eating paper pusher who only gets out of his car twice a month to serve warrants for bad checks?
Barry, dispatch just called. Said that a news van's been spotted coming down Route 20. Take your cruiser down and tie him up till we have the site scoured away.
Here's your precious evidence, Heathcliff. Hold on to that tight, you hear?
What you got there, anyway?
It looks like an old Bible. But why didn't it burn? Earth, 1 million BC.
I was born into a small pack of cave folk, struggling to survive on the edge of the Big White. It would be a long time before I'd have a name. In my pack, there were no such things as names. We recognized each other by our faces or smells. We communicated with grunts and fists. I don't know who my father was. Don't think my mother did either. I learned everything she had to teach me by the time I could walk. Even as a child, I was already smarter than everyone I knew, which was my great secret, my great shame. I was different, and different was frightening to my people. Different would get you cast out, left in the snow to starve. I never understood their fear, until the stranger came. A stranger from across the Big White. No one from my pack had ever dared to even enter the Big White. He traveled alone, which was certain death out here. Only saber cats and walking mountains traveled alone. And he didn't look like either. But he wielded weapons of a sort we'd never seen before. And in the time it'd take a hungry wolf to devour a baby, he carved his way into being our new pack leader. Every hunter in the cave roared in approval, even the bloody ones. And I closed my eyes and wished, as always, that when I opened them, I wouldn't be smart anymore. Instead, I was the only one smart enough to be truly afraid.
I know how alone you feel. You've never met anyone else like you, have you? It's okay. You can talk freely. I won't let them hurt you if they hear.
I didn't know there were others who could make the sounds.
There are a few scattered amongst the packs of ape men all across the land. All of them born different, smarter than they have any right to be.
How is this? How do I know these things?
I come from a pack that feared everything outside their cave. They'd scream and cry every night when the big red ball went away. They always thought the world was ending. Every single night of my life. And then, one particular dark evening, they were finally right. It doesn't matter how we're born different, but the why is clear. We are this world's true masters.
And them?
They help us become what we were meant to be.
How do they do that?
By dying. That's all they've really known how to do.
What was it that happened to your pack? How did the world end for them?
The same way it always ends out here. Something found them. Something stronger. Something hungry.
In one night, he killed and ate them all. Everyone I'd ever known. He wasn't a saber cat or a walking mountain. He was something much worse. Something for which I had no words.
Look at you. You're a ghost now, boy. A thing that doesn't even know it's dead. Ghost. That's what I name you. If you want to know my name, come and find me. If you can.
And just like that, he was gone. And I was more alone than ever. And the world outside my cave was suddenly more dangerous than I had ever imagined. If he could survive the Big White, then so could I told myself. Or maybe I was just looking for an easy way to die. Either way, I didn't find what I was looking for. Instead, something found me.
If you wish to die, I can send you on your way. But I'd much rather help you live.
Snakes can't talk.
How do you know? You only just learned how to talk yourself, didn't you, little ghost?
How do you know that name? What are...
I know what you're searching for out here, my young friend. I know what you want above all else. And I'm the only one who can give it to you. Pain, punishment, vengeance. You might say those are my specialties.
The snake talked for a very long time, until I thought every part of me would freeze solid. It promised me that I would find the man I was hunting, that I would have revenge. More revenge than I could possibly imagine. But mostly it promised me one thing.
Warm. Don't you want to be warm again? It's so very cold out here, isn't it? But don't worry, my sweet ghost. I can make it so you're never cold again. Just say my name. Name's a power in this world. You know that, don't you, ghost? You know my name. Say it. It's right there, on the tip of your tongue. Say my name, and our deal is done.
Mephisto. I would come to miss the cold. Since then, I've forgotten how anything feels other than burning. But at least I wasn't alone anymore.
5 years later.
In the time since then, I've been given new names. The Rider, they call me. Because most have never seen a man astride a beast. Not that I'm a man anymore, really. I'm what he named me. I'm more ghost than man. More fire than flesh. More spirit than bone.
About time, boy.
The spirit of vengeance. It took a lot of riding, but I found you. A lot of following the ruin you leave behind wherever you wander. But no more. I've come for your name, and everything else you've got.
Little ghost all grown up and touched by fire. You surprise me, boy.
I'm not a boy anymore, you monster.
And I'm not a monster. Just a man who does what it takes to survive. You want my name, Ryder? I'll tell you. But it's the last thing you'll ever hear. Wendigo. Now get ready to warm my belly.
Oh, we'll warm you up, all right.
So much power you've stumbled upon. And still such a fool. You call me a monster because I feed on man flesh. But I see the truth in you, Ryder. You feed on souls. Who's really the bigger monster?
We both are. But there's only room in this world for one of us.
You really think we're the only monsters in this world? You're more of a fool than I thought, boy.
This is your den, isn't it? By the stars. How many have you eaten?
Not enough. It's never enough. The more I eat, the stronger I grow. The longer I live. Soon I will be like the gods.
The bones say different, Wendigo. The bones say you've eaten your fill. Now it's their turn to feed. In the name of vengeance, I condemn you, Wendigo, to burn for as long as there's fire in the world. To fall forever into damnation. To suffer for all eternity. Just like me.
No. As long as there is hunger, there will be the Wendigo. The Wendigo is the strongest one there is.
Good work, girl. Now let me finish him off before.
Relying on animals, you'll never be strong enough. Not until you become one yourself. I can help with that.
No! No!
I'll survive this ghost. Will you?
No. Alone. Always alone. No matter how much I burn, I will never.
You are not alone. And not all of us are monsters. Like a Wendigo.
Odin.
Yes, I can hear your thoughts. I'm different, like you, Ghost. And I need your help. Odin and I both do.
He's a bit bony, Lady Phoenix. I still say we should have gone with the hairy one.
Yes, Ryder, there are others, just like you. And together, we've got a world to save.